All right, welcome back to Better Kansas City. It's getting colder and darker earlier, which makes it prime binge-watching season, right? Erin Zimmerman, president of KC Women in Film and TV, is here with the rundown on what to stream this month. But first, last month you talked a lot about Big Mouth,
yes, I did.
And you said this was a big favorite of yours. Now I want to share, or you can share, just how in love with this show you are. Yeah, how big of a fan you are. Check this out.
So Halloween, that's my husband and I. He will not be happy that I shared this with you all. But so we made them like the day before, of course, because we're thinking about it forever. We are two characters from Big Mouth. If you haven't seen the show yet, please watch it. A lot of people knew what we were, which was great.
Yeah.
Some people guessed where the wild things are, and I was also okay with that.
I'm okay with that too.
But also that picture, I was super excited. Last week, Nick Kroll, the show creator, actually shared that on his Instagram. So that's what I was excited about.
Oh wow, going viral. Look out.
I know. Look out with
Big
those
time.
handmade costumes.
Well, okay, so on streaming this week, I want to specifically talk about the show with Paul Rudd. I caught this on Netflix here the other day. I haven't had the time to sit down and watch it, but I'm obviously Kansas City native here. His show is called Living with Yourself, and it's kind of him getting a different viewpoint on different facets of his life, kind of?
Yeah, so I don't want to get too much into it because, like, in the first 10 minutes you find out kind of what happens.
Okay.
But he wakes up, he's buried alive, and he's in a plastic bag, and so he's just screaming. And that's how the show starts.
Oh, well, it starts off with a bang.
So, right? It does start off with a bang. However, and I was a little disappointed. Not in Paul, I could never be disappointed in Paul. He's one of my favorites. But the story was very much a mix of a lot of things, like a lot of previous movies, and you could pick out pieces of it.
Oh, okay.
His performance was awesome.
Yeah.
He's actually, like, a lot of his acting is with himself, and I heard him discussing it, and it's a lot of him talking to a wall, and then just with an earpiece in, and then switching around and doing it. So it's a good performance. They did set it up so that there could be a season 2, so we'll see what happens. My hope is that they go a little weirder with it to keep me enticed.
This next one, the trailer really caught me. It's called The Politician. It's got some really recognizable faces in it. I know this guy was in Pitch Perfect, right? And a handful of other, again, really recognizable faces and names that we know. What do you think of this one?
Yeah, so this one I actually, forgot to talk about last month, which makes me sad.
Okay.
It's super powerful to me in that there are so many things, sexuality, friendship issues, moral issues that they normalize that, like, aren't, it's not like a big piece of the story. It just is a piece of the story, that connects things together.
So they still touch on it, but don't shove it down your throat.
Yeah, they're not shoving it down your throat. It's just a normal thing, and I love that with a lot of the work that's coming out. The Politician, I feel like it's super bingeable. Super bingeable.
Good.
And it's entertaining, and there are some pieces that there will be some. There could be some trauma related because there is a suicide involved.
Okay.
But I think give it a watch. I know you don't have a whole lot of time.
So that should be on the
but
to-do.
I feel,
okay.
Yes.
Next up, Kominsky Method season 2. This is the one. This is Michael Douglas, right?
Yes, it is, and
wonderful.
Alan Arkin.
Yes.
And oh my gosh, he's so good in it. I feel like this very much. If you saw season 1, you'll like season 2. It's not like amazing, like brain exploding newness or anything like that, but it's very good in telling a story of people who aren't 20 and hot.
Okay, yeah. Oh, come on, Alan Arkin, I love you. And next one's Atypical. This is the 3rd season of this, right?
3rd season, and actually, it's so good. There's one relationship that's a secondary relationship in it that I think is done really well. Again, they touch on things like sexuality.
Is that Fred Armisen?
And being, no.
No, it looked like him real quick,
He's in everything, so I understand. But it's just a really, really good, heartfelt show. I feel like, again, and I say this all the time, I'm not a parent, but if you're a parent, take a look first. I feel like this could be good for teenagers. And also, they wrapped it up with a nice little bow, I assume, just in case there's not another season. So if you haven't seen seasons 1 through 3, like, you have plenty of time to binge it, and it is super bingeable. Okay, let's jump back over to Amazon. Jack Ryan, season 2. This is take off the Tom Clancy books and everything, right? Yes. Okay. Yes, and it does kind of go off of the first season enough so that if you saw the first season, you'll understand everything that's going on. But if you didn't see the first season, you can jump in with season 2. Okay. You'll understand it in about the first 15 minutes. There are a couple of puzzle pieces that come together in the first 15 or so minutes.
And who's the actor in this one? John Krasinski, right? Okay, yeah, he's on The Office and everything, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's great, bingeable.
How is he with the, okay, real quick, one last one I'm told, The Devil Next Door?
Devil Next Door, that is a series about Ivan the Terrible, so it's a documentary series. I would say bingeable because it's super, like it's easy to sit down and just watch all of them, but also it's super rough because it's real life. I mean, you're talking about the Holocaust.
Yeah.
So sit down with the intention to watch it. Don't necessarily sit down with the intention to binge it because you may be disappointed. I was only able to make it through a couple before having to, step back and take a breather.
No, sometimes when it's those intense subject matters, it's hard to, you don't want to necessarily binge something like that, but there's so much out there. How do you find time to watch it all? I feel like I need to stop sleeping. So, Erin, thank you for being here and for giving us great options of movies and shows that I want to watch, but will probably never find the time to. Thank you.
That's why I'm here.
Yes. All right.